My dad found my weed stash and called the cops, so I told them where he buried his unlicensed handgun in the backyard. My dad is a man of black and white principles. There are no gray areas in his world. So, when he was organizing the garage and found a half-ounce of weed in a shoebox in my old hockey bag, he didn't see a stupid teenager. He saw a criminal. He held the baggie between his thumb and forefinger like it was a biohazard. "I raised you better than this," he said, his voice dangerously calm. "You need to learn that actions have real, serious consequences." He walked into the kitchen, and I heard him on the phone, giving our address to the police. He was turning in his own son. For weed. The two officers who showed up looked bored. They were ready to write me a citation, give me a lecture, and ruin my chances of getting a student loan. My dad stood in the doorway with his arms crossed, looking righteous, watching the consequences he'd ordered play out. In that moment, watching him ready to sacrifice my future for a lesson, something in me snapped. The fear curdled into a cold, hard fury. "Okay," I said to the officers, my voice steady. "Before you write that ticket, you should probably ask my dad about his own actions and consequences." I looked straight at my dad. "Specifically, you should ask him about the unlicensed handgun he bought after that poker game last year. The one he wrapped in an oily cloth and buried in a metal toolbox next to the big rosebush in the backyard." The air went still. The bored look vanished from the cops' faces. My dad's smug expression dissolved into sheer, pale-faced terror. He started to stammer. "He's lying. He's just a scared kid." But the older officer just held up a hand and looked at me. "Show us," he said. I led them to the rosebush. The look on my dad's face as one of the officers came back with a shovel is something I will never forget. We're both facing charges now. My weed possession is the least of our family's problems. The silence in our house is louder and more violent than the screaming ever was. He was willing to give me a criminal record to teach me a lesson. I was willing to send him to prison to teach him one back. So I need you to tell me, does an eye for an eye make the whole world blind, or does it just make things even? Don't forget to like and subscribe. I post new stories every day.